Happy June, everybody. We have a mortgage professional in the house, Cait Holmes from Mortgage Designers. Welcome, Cait. Thank you so much for joining us. Cait is like the superhero that comes in with the magical solutions that helps us make sure that our transactions go from a deal in the beginning to a sale that closes at the end of the day. So, Cait, we want to pick your brain. We ask you a lot of questions all the time. You always bring lots of great content to us, as far as in our office sales meetings and things like that. But we would love our clients to be able to hear some of the things that you're able to provide. So our
Awesome.
team has some great questions for you. We're going to start with Ashley.
Yeah, so one of the things that I see is a lot of my retired sellers, they have money tied up in their home that they would like to be able to gift their children or their grandchildren, like a living inheritance. And they're often curious about what their options are when their equity is in their home and they don't necessarily have the liquid cash or don't want to access the liquid cash.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are seeing a lot more elderly people or older generations that are looking to help out the younger generations with the down payment, for example. And so clients can access the equity in their home. It's no income required. So even if somebody's on a pension income, they can still access it. The home title always will remain in the client's name, which is really important. I know there's a lot of stigma around reverse mortgages for a long time. And so a lot of that has changed now. And so people are able to access that equity in their home relatively easily and quickly and to be able to gift that on. And whether it's to gift to a family member for down payment or some other maybe emergency, or whether or not it's just to supplement their own income throughout their retirement so that they can live comfortably and they can spend the rest of their time in that home as they age.
That's amazing, Kate. So, just on the same situation, as Ash mentioned, she has met multiple sellers. I'm meeting many of my buyers who are on the receiving end. So, in case if they are receiving this gifted money, how can they use it as their down payment?
Great question. And so there's some really strict B20 anti-money laundering guidelines that we have to adhere to. So there's two really important things that have to happen. One, there has to be a gift letter that shows that this is a true gift, that it's non-repayable. Now, each lender has their own prescribed gift letter. So TD has theirs, First National has theirs, RMG has theirs. So we will provide the gift letter, and then we need to see those exact funds going deposited into the client's account. So if it's 35,000, it has to be 35,000. It can't be 36,000. Otherwise, we needed a new gift letter. And that's just to satisfy the anti-money laundering laws.
Okay, thanks, Kate. And then once we've kind of got the financing situation all sorted out, we get the accepted offer, we get to the inspection, and we need a new roof or some other big repair comes up. Now we're tight for cash. How are we still able to move forward with the house that they want to buy?
Absolutely. So this is one of my favorite programs out there, and especially for those first-time home buyers, I get really excited about things, and then they see this big home inspection thing and be like, ah. So we can do something called purchase plus improvements, and that's where we get to actually roll in some of the refinance costs or the finance costs, I should say, of improvements to the property, and we get to roll that right into the mortgage. So it has to be for improving the property, not to be structural. So roofs, windows, heating, air conditioning, flooring, kitchens, bathrooms. They don't like when we change walls around. They don't like doing additions or anything like that. The really important aspect when it comes to purchase plus improvements is we have to have quotes for the work that needs to be done. So, for example, if we're getting a new kitchen for $25,000, we have to have a quote from a contractor or a builder to show that. And the same with the roof. If a new roof needs to be put on, we need to get a quote for that roof to be able to show it to the lender so that we can roll those costs right into the mortgage. But they're one of my favorite ones to do. I love doing those ones. They're fun.
Oh, very cool, Kate. And that's very relevant these days because a lot of times in a market that's less than robust, some of the properties out there that need a little bit of help, some deferred maintenance, those ones sometimes are trickier to find buyers for. So if you've got a willingness to do a little bit of work and a program such as this one, you perhaps could start looking at some homes that aren't getting the attention that some of the shiny ones are getting. So great tool for us to have in our toolkit. Kate, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to make sure that your contact information is included so that people can reach out to if they have more questions. And of course, we are also available to help if anybody needs our assistance. Have a great June, everybody. Bye now.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.